Hello again, everybody, and I hope you all had a wonderful Thanksgiving. So this video is just simply going to be a quick introduction to the notion of a what's called a personal pronoun. A personal pronoun is it's a word that we use all the time. In fact, we, you, he, she, and it, etc. Those are all personal pronouns. And the purpose of personal pronouns is just simply to make talking easier. So instead of saying George went to the grocery store to buy a turkey so that George and George's friends could have a wonderful time eating George's Thanksgiving dinner at George's house, you could instead just say George went to the grocery store so that he could buy a turkey, so that he and his friends could have a wonderful time at his house. It makes speaking easier to simply use one of these small little words like he or she or we than to use these like proper names all the time. That would just make everything worse. So in this chapter, we get introduced to the way relative pronouns are in Latin. So you can see here, in villa multi servi habitant. Now, for those of you who are still unable to simply read along, which is perfectly fine. This basically just says many servants live in villa, in this thing. Dominus eorum est Julius. So we know what Dominus means. That means Lord or Master. Est means is. And then Julius, we know about it. Julius, we know all about Julius. But what's this eorum mean? Well, if we look over at the side, we see eorum servorum, separated by a colon. So what does this mean? Well, put simply, it just simply means that the orum is the same orum in servorum, which means that it's the genitive plural masculine ending, which means, so similar to how this would be translated of the servants, because it's servorum and not servants or to the servant or I'm doing the action on the servant or anything along those lines. It says of the servants. This is orum, meaning their. Their, so that is their their master is Julius, is how it would be translated. Similarly, we have is multos servos habet. So we look over here, is corresponds to Julius or Julius, so it's referring back to Julius. So if you were to read this sentence, if you were to basically read the sentence in English, it would read like this. Many servants live in the villa. Their master is Julius. He has many servants. Many handmaids also live in the villa. Their mistress, their lady, their female master is Amelia. Ella, she has many handmaids. You will see throughout the chapter, you'll see basically one of these words. Usually it starts with an E and then has what is normally a pretty regular ending. So orum and ea for she, or eo. So o with a macron, remember that's ablative. And so usually it's just an E with a very familiar ending, and what it means is some variation of he, she, or it. And those, of course, are personal pronouns, which means that it's basically referring back to a noun that was already stated in the sentence. And in the side part, you'll see basically whenever you encounter them, you basically look over at the side, you see the noun that it's referring to, the pronoun, and it's separated by a colon, and then this is just basically telling you who is the he that is referring to, who is the there who is the they that there is referring to, who is the she that Ea is referring to. So you know that she means Amelia in this sentence because of this. All right, so that should be everything. Thank you very much.